Ron Piazza, 21 years old, amateur mixed martial artist. What's up, guys? Welcome to Camp Little Bear. Come on in. BLB is the name that we gave to my basement, and it stands for Camp Little Bear, inspired by kind of like a tribute in a funny way to Big Bear, California, a place where a lot of professional fighters go. And you know, my favorite fighter, Tito Ortiz, trains there, so they call me the smaller. You know, I'm a small guy. I'm the smaller version, so it's Camp Little Bear as opposed to Big Bear. And pretty much it's just where we get, you know, some unofficial training, because I'm not part of a MMA gym right now due to work and school, so it's just at-home training. Guys come over, do some rolling, sparring. It's a at-home gym. It's the training facility. Heavy bag right here, some combinations, try out some new things. Got the free weights, just a little bit, bench, squats, anything, you know, cleans, all that. Got some training things going on. Weight vest, speed shoot, just getting faster, all explosion, things like that. Balance trainer. The Muay Thai pads, do some combinations, kicks, knees, elbows. The catch and receives, boxing punching mitts, the gloves. See that one more time. Treadmill, you know, days don't run outside. Medicine ball, more explosion, a lot of core work with that. This is the open free mat area, some wrestling, jiu-jitsu, sparring, just anything. It's where we just do techniques, things like that. This is where most of the stuff goes down, right here. Octane Fighting Gym in Monroe was the first gym I ever signed up at. It opened up about a month after I got out of high school, which I was really looking to, you know, sign up for a gym. It opened up, it was perfect timing. Went up there, stand-up instructor Augie was great, really nice guy. I liked training under him. He kept it cool. Luigi Mondelli, like, decorated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu teacher. He trained the Jiu-Jitsu up there, and it was just a good environment. A lot of people, a lot of kids, they wanted to come and train. That was the first gym I ever signed up at. Like I said, trained there for 4 months out of high school. Then I had my first fight, and then I went back sporadically, helped people spar, you know, just train here and there. And I signed up for a month here and there in between semesters at school, and that would be the gym I'd be training at now, but closed down. People, you know, some people who have, some people who haven't have taken classes in the past. A lot of friends just come over, we work out, roll, things like that, do independent strength and conditioning, you know, just lifting weights, running, things like that, bag work, all different. We hit the mitts, we have mitts, Muay Thai pads, we got some, you know, things you would see in a normal gym, but we just don't have a gym, so we do it in the basement. That's my training right now. One job I have full-time, work in the morning every day, 8 to 4. I work in the parking department. Then I have another job, I work a couple days a week at night, Foot Locker. So some days I go right from one job to the other, like an hour in between, so there's just no time to train. And sometimes I just don't want to go to the gym, so that's why it's good having it in the basement. The guys come over. I mean, for the time being, just to stay in shape, practice techniques until, you know, I do get into an official gym and have a training camp, get ready for a fight. Mixed martial arts, I could describe it as dynamic, honestly, because you can watch a boxing match, you know what you're going to get, which I'm a big fan of boxing, so I have nothing wrong with that, but you know the only weapon they're allowed to use is their hands. Mixed martial arts is different. You got not just boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, it means knees, elbows, you know, 8 points of striking.
Well, the UFC became popular around 1996, 1997. It was a lot different than the product you're going to see nowadays. It was, you know, 3 rules: no fish hooking, no biting, and no eye gouging. Since then, it's evolved into an entirely different product, almost a sport. Many people consider it a sport. A lot of people still see MMA as the sort of in its prehistoric era, which is, like I said, eye gouging, fish hooking, no biting, the only rules. The old era, whereas 2 men enter, 1 man leave, human cockfighting, as Senator John McCain called it. Just a lot of people see it as barbaric.
It's a brutal sport, no doubt, but is the move by some, including Arizona Senator John McCain, to ban ultimate fighting, taking it too far?
Sport emphasizes blood. It emphasizes crippling or injuring one of the combatants.
Barnett is bleeding from his eye area.
It's not like that. It's a strategic human chess match. It's a pure sport. These athletes dedicate their entire lives to learning different elements of mixed martial arts and implementing them in the cage.
I think fighters get a bad rap in general. Like, you meet a lot of the guys, they're really down to earth. A lot of them are fans of the sports. They fight for the fans. Obviously, you have to get a paycheck, and that's a big part of it. But whenever they go to the fan expos because they want to, not because they have to. A lot of fighters I've met, they're just down to earth. I'll share a quick story. Like, besides Tito Ortiz, he's great. He talked to us for an hour after our session at the expo, just answering fans' questions. He took pictures, gives autographs, everything. 2 pictures. Met Tito Ortiz. First one up top at a book signing. Second one underneath UFC Fan Expo in Boston, right before UFC event. All the guys went. I went to his little private seminar he had. My partner ended up getting hurt. I got to roll with Tito Ortiz. Pretty much greatest day of my life. No big deal, Just because you're a fighter doesn't mean you're a bad person. Like I said, I look at it as a sport, not really. I'm not in there to hurt anyone at all. Obviously, yeah, I'm going to try to knock him out or submit him, but my goal is not to hurt him. I never go into a fight with disrespect. Like, it's just, you're trying to make a living. You need the other person to make a living, you know what I mean? So it's just, they definitely get a bad rap. It shouldn't be like that. Especially all the fact that it's not legal in all states and all across the world. It's not what people think it is. It really isn't. It's a sport first and foremost. They think it's just 2 guys get in there and it's a street fight with gloves. It's not. There's rules. There's athletic commissions. Things get sanctioned. It's not an open weight. You know what I mean? There's a lot more structure to it than people actually think, and people are just stuck in the old days. They won't open their mind to a new concept.
If you watch Rob fight, you would not really get a good gauge of how he is outside the ring, outside the training room. In the cage, he wants to take you down, smash you with elbows. Like I said, big Tito Ortiz fan, loves the ground and pound style of fighting, and even in the stand-up, we saw what he's capable of. But outside, he's totally different. You would not expect it at all. Just real kind of soft-spoken guy, kind of shy. He's not going to be the first guy to come up to you and start joking, but if he's comfortable around you, he will. Good sense of humor, loves comedies, and he loves to eat. He's always got Cheez-Its and banana chips and fudge cakes around his bed.
My diet, it's terrible. The only time I ever dieted was 1 year when I need to make weight for football, and the one fight, and that was just water weight and just 1 day's worth of diet. I need to make weight for that fight. I only need to drop 5 pounds. My diet right now is absolutely horrible. I eat into all hours of the night. I eat junk food. I have a box of Cheez-Its next to my bed. It's pretty disgusting. Water, because I drink healthy. Fudge cakes and Cheez-Its, because I don't eat healthy. If I stopped working out, I'd probably need one of those little scooters, because that's what it's coming to.
He's a softie, he's not aggressive in life at all. He's not going to be the first guy to say hi to you and joke around, like I said. He's very, tentative and hesitant around girls. It's very weird to see a guy with that sort of charisma and that style of fighting, and not a bad-looking guy either, but he's shyer than 90% of people I've ever met.
Really regular dude, laid back. I don't care about too much, I'm competitive when I'm in there, and I'm competitive. I don't even like to lose at a board game, but that's it. I'm just a regular person. You probably wouldn't even know I'm interested in this. I'm pretty boring. This is my room. Pretty basic TV, It's like DVDs. It's just a great show, to be honest with you. Come over here. Kobe poster. More Kobe poster. AI. My life's pretty vanilla. I don't go out. I don't party. You know, never drank, never did drugs, never do anything. You know what I mean? It's hang out with friends on the weekend. I work during the weekend. I hang out with friends on the weekend. That's it. That's what I like to do. Hang out with family and friends, because I mean, they're the ones that support me. Like, I'm not famous, you know. They've been with me since the beginning. They told me to get into it, you know. When I said, hey, I kind of want to do this, they're like, dude, you should. You know, they support me. They come over, hold pads for me, things like that. And like, I mean, that they don't know that. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Like, the guys come over, work out. We hang out on the weekends. We watch the fights together. That's probably the best time of my week, of my life, is like when we go Saturday nights, when we will all get together and watch the fights, because that's just like a good time being with the guys, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. Just work, hang out, and Saturday night we watch the fights together. That's it, you know. Trivia game champions, that's important right there. And these, self-explanatory, sneaker collection. I don't know. I got into it because one of my friends, Dale Shepard, I'm going to say his name. I don't know if he likes that or not, but big time shoe collector. I'll shout him out. And I started with the Iverson line, because that's both of our favorite player from a while back. We just started buying him. He really got into it heavy. Right now, honestly, I'm getting rid of a lot of mine. I like to collect the Kobe's, mostly the limited ones, the ones that, you know, he wears in the game, the same, not that exact pair, obviously. That'd be great, Kobe, if you're watching. I'll pay my life savings. You know, I just try to collect the more limited ones. I just like them. I'm a fan of his. I don't know. It's sick. I need to grow up and sell them, but I can't yet. I don't know. I think I have around, it's in the 70s, but I'm selling about 40 of them. I'm really only keeping my Kobe's. I got about 30 pairs of Kobe's right now.
From what I understand, it went from a amateur mixed martial arts bout, which is a little bit different than a pro mixed martial arts bout. They're not allowed to use knees, no elbows. Some places make you wear headgear. Some places make you wear bigger gloves, and that's tough for the grappling aspect. So he was training for a mixed martial arts bout. It was sort of brought upon him, you know, on a quick notice. I think he only had 2 weeks, maybe even a week notice, and his trainer at the time said, hey, you know, we got an opportunity for you to fight. You want to take it? And he took it, and he was training hard, and at the last day or two, it was changed to an amateur boxing fight.
I didn't meet the kid until we got in the ring. I met his coach like an hour before the fight. He came over and asked who he was fighting, so I was like, yeah, you're fighting me. I shook his hand, you know, good luck, just exchange like pleasantries, I guess, you know, that's it. I didn't even see the kid until I lined up to walk out, and he lined up to walk out, and that's the first time I ever saw him, and then just got in the ring. The fight was the fight. I mean, I threw game plan out the window. Normally I try to really box, like I have some boxing skill. I didn't show any of it in the fight. It was a brawl. I just worked the body a lot, try to slow him down, and work the body through rounds 1 and 2.
And in the second round, really turned on, gained some confidence, and started getting a good gauge of what this guy's strengths and weaknesses were.
He caught me, couple nice combinations. Round 3, I just didn't pace myself at all. Didn't use a jab. It was all power punches, mostly to the body, couple up top. And by round 3, we were both tired. He might have been from the body work, I don't know. I know I had him hurt in the first round with the first couple body punches. I heard him, you know, I saw it. And it might have slowed him down throughout the fight. 3rd round, we were both tired. We got in close where I like to keep the fight. I landed a combination. That was just the end of the fight. I wanted to be undefeated, be a champion, leave a legacy, go down as like the greatest ever. But realistically, like, you're not going to be undefeated if you keep fighting the best competition in the world. Everyone loses. It's part of it. I still do definitely have that goal of being a champion, because, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll start off in a smaller organization, fight my way up. Obviously, right now, the UFC, top dog, best organization in the world. All the best fighters fight there. Most of them. You know, they just acquired a couple other companies. So it's pretty much, you know, you can compare it to, like, the NFL, like other places. I mean, the only football you watch is the NFL. You know what I mean? So that's the best there is. I obviously want to make it to the UFC one day. Challenge for a title would be great, but I want to win. I'm going to start off in the amateur ranks, fight a couple, and then I want to get a pro fight. You know what I mean? This is going to be a career too, so I got to, make some money. I can't just do it just for the sake of it. I don't want to be a journeyman by any means. I'm going to train hard. I want to win.
Rob's got infinite potential. It's always been about the work ethic, and can he dedicate himself? Can he put in the time and effort to find a gym, find a trainer that really clicks with? And that's a big thing in mixed martial arts, is finding a guy that understands you, understands your skills, what you need to work on, what you need to improve on.
I want to try this first. It's like everyone has a dream job, This is mine. I want to at least try it. If I fail, so what? You know what I mean? I don't mind being on top or bottom. That's what she said. Yeah, I have to go slow and scuba just to make sure. Yeah, I could have just kicked you in the face right there. She had me doing rush fit the whole time. Yeah. Over here. This is recorded. That's messed up. Is that what the red light means? Yeah. Now I know not to do things like that.